And welcome back, Grifters, to some more Griftlands. So I was trying to check Fish's shop here just before I started the recording, and now she wants to talk to me, so we're in the middle of a conversation. Fish didn't get to the top of her field by indulging her wounds. She barely flinches as she spit shines an old mug. I bet your butt's boiling, kid, but we survived the day. Cool off your feet and get some rest. We'll come up with a plan in the morning, right? So she just wanted me to go and sleep up. So we're not gonna rest to full anymore, not with the new here. So we only heal 50% of health and resolve when we sleep. And I'm wondering how it works for the dog. Where is it? Probably the same. Half of 32 is 16, so it shouldn't go to full, but we'll see. A good night's rest can't hurt, unless I wake up dead, that is. Cassie won't come back on my watch. The back's barricaded, and the front has me. Good night, kid. Fish leads you through a curtain behind the bar, nodding towards a cozy room at the back. Your bed calls to you. The moonlight cuts through the window like the glint of a knife, as if you don't get enough of that during the day. Yeah, so we heal by 51% and full resolve. Nice. We have one hater. Hater's gonna hate. Alright, you slept through the night with one hand gripping the knife under your pillow, but then you've slept that way every night since you were 12. You look like you want revenge, and I know just the folks who can help you get it, if you're ready. There's people in both the Spree and the Admiralty who want to see Cashew taken down. Dangerous friends, so pick wisely. I didn't think I could get angry like that anymore. You spent years in the derrick, you learned to tamp it down, you know. Casio has that effect on people, and you have more reason than most. Except for all the other folks you sent to the derrick, maybe. They're not here, though. I am. It's early in the morning, but the Grog and Dog patrons are already hard at work on their drinks. So I know you thought I should hold off on that bounty, but after last night... If Cassia wants me to be her worst nightmare, I'd like to oblige. And how you gonna do that? She knows you're here, and she's got money and goons to keep her safe. What do you got? You? You're damn right. Lucky for you, I have a couple of contacts who want Cassia dead almost as much as you do. If you could convince them to work with you. Will they need convincing? Afraid so. The Admiralty doesn't trust hunters as a rule. But talk to my contract and see if you can convince her otherwise. But taking out Cashew would make a space the Spree be more than happy to fill. I know somebody who'll talk to you, especially if you can bring Cashew's head on a platter. I want to join the Admiralty, so let's talk about them. You think I should play nice and with the law, huh? Why not? Lots of folks think bounty hunters are on the Admiralty's side. Lots of folks don't too. The Admiralty, for example. Although we'll at least give you the time. The Admiralty acts like the tough guys around here, but they're as broke and as corrupt as the rest. If you don't like it, there's always the Spree. The Spree are the bad guys that we helped in the previous run, so we're not going to do that this time. Alright, head out. Oh, she's the one on the card that has that upgrading door and upgrade cards. Interesting. What is this down here? Drunk. Gets a drunk argument when negotiating. Okay. Alan's prices are fair, even when the skies aren't. When my boots aren't tampering the creosote roads of Bavaria, I consider this here my tavern of choice. Alright, I don't know that we need to do anything here. We're not anywhere close to full health, so we could eat some food. Bubbles is at full health. Okay, what would it cost? 30 shills? Maybe we should go to full health. It's kind of wasteful. I don't think I would die in one combat anyway. He said and then died. Picking sides. That's exactly what I want to do. We are going to Ulu this time. Haven't done that before. There she is. You spot a young Kradeshi sitting at the desk. She doesn't look like your average officer, though. Her uniform has a modified fit, and her boots are too slick for requisition. Are you Ulu? I'm Saul. Fish mentioned we might be able to help each other out. You're the bounty hunter, then. I've been waiting for to meet someone with just your particular set of skills. You want Cassio dead, and it just so happens I do too. Do me a solid, and I'll get you where you need to be to make it happen. Play by my rules, and the killing blow will be yours, I promise. What do you say, Hunter? She smiles with her eyes. That's nice. So, what am I supposed to do for you, officer? The brass have too many corrupt ties, and it keeps me from doing my job. I could stop half the crime in Murder Bay if the crooks would stop paying off my superiors. But you aren't on the Admiralty payroll, and it would wipe the smug look off their faces if you went around cleaning up their mess. So, what, an office prank? You're a lesson they need to learn, but I might be planning on documenting their reaction, sure. Okay. I'm in. But if I end up taking a fort so you can get a promotion or whatever, please. If anything goes wrong, it'll be your own fault, I promised. Oh, good. I was worried you wouldn't have anything reassuring to say. First up, you'll need this. Take it. It's dangerous to go alone. An Admiralty card. Pick an Admiralty card. Oh, okay. Oh, what's this? I don't think we did. We probably will get something like this when we go to Nadan next time. I'm thinking that's a new feature. And so now we get it with Ulu here. That might be wrong, I don't know. Ulu's requisition. Win this negotiation, then destroy. A one-time use. Interesting. Or flash badge. Destroy target argument. If your opponent is Admiralty, this card costs 0. Now I really like this one, obviously, because that would trigger our abrupt remark, which would then hopefully trigger the other hostility cards. So this one is expense, we get to do it again, or we can get the 3 just win once, which is a really cool card, but you only get it once, and if you end up saving it the whole game, which I'm gonna do, then it's just a card that takes up one of your drawers every negotiation, and it's not gonna help us. Because I'm never gonna play it, thinking that I might need it later. So we'll get to flash the badge. That's also a really cool thing. FBI. We're taking over here. Folks here take any edge they can get. If you can't compete, you're served slime. Consider this your deputy's badge. A gift for my favorite investment. That sounds extremely suspicious. Impossible. I'm wearing a badge. Alright, so when can I start? What would be a good use of your time? If we're gonna keep the roads clear for the auction, I need some intel on spree activity. Just for reference, if you are following this playthrough for the first time, this whole style thing is about this auction, which is in then 3 days from now, I suppose. On day 5, there's this auction where we are planning to backstab Cassio. And they don't really explain that in the beginning of the run, which I think you have to ask all the questions to get that sort of information. I always found it weird that that's sort of like hidden behind having to click extra buttons when they then refer to it all the time, this auction, without really explaining it, if you don't inquire about it. So just for those at home listening. Anyway, back to the story. The problem is they are paranoid. They are as paranoid right now as I am. So the usual leaks have been stopped up. The spree she's referring to. I need you to find me an informant, someone who will give us the goods without clapping back. Think you can handle that? Making molehills. Find a new mole inside the spree for Olu. Olu is looking for a new mole to gather intel on the spree's activity. Rumor has it T is willing to sell out their friends and family. Alright, we get a graft if we do it. Awesome. Got it? Now scoot. I have schemes to incubate, plots to hatch. Done. Pull the map. So we would obviously love to get a graft slot. Oh, we do have room for another graft, no matter which one it is. That's great. We can go and hire a mercenary over here. I hope that we don't have to do it right now. because I do have other things I want to spend money on. T is here. Alright. Well, let's talk to him. Her. It doesn't take much to be a cut above the rest in the spree. Just a good knife and a long reach. T has both. You don't got a refill, do you? I'm empty. So we gotta convince her or beat her into compliance. Spree promoted thug. We have full resolve and not full health, so let me do a little convincing here. Word on the street is that you're in over your head. That sounds like a sales pitch. You selling weapons or something? Kinda satashu. Even better, have you considered the benefits of Admiralty protection? And fish helps and bubble cell. Awesome. What is this over here? Oh, and she's drunk. Perfect. When destroyed, remove a random intent from T. And we're doing it in the first turn. Okay, I would have waited, but it's fine. So we have good stuff to do, I think. And we can trigger the invective in the first turn by the hostile instinct and then visionary threaten, so we should. And then we also have enough for defending ourselves, which we can do with boosted deflection over here. Perfecto. Sokarsuso. Alright, obtuse on the main argument. Then visionary threaten. Triggers the invective, triggers the erupt. Good. Oh, backpedal is better. It'll get rid of the reputation proceeding as well. Oh no, then we won't trigger it. We want it to be triggered so that it gets destroyed permanently. Otherwise I'll keep drawing it until I finally let it play. Right. So then I still want to backpedal, since that needs the XP. So then I need to expend something else, which I would probably go for the destroy over here, so we don't have to play that in this fight. Here. Deflection of character. Ouch. Out. Alright. Bellow. Fast talk. Quick thinking. We're taking 2 damage over here. 5, sorry. And down to 3. 2 going in on the composure. On the core argument is what I'm trying to say. Which we can defend with the wide deflection. Brain Gills can boost a fast talk all the way up. Or we could do it with the bellow, which does more damage because of the dominance right now, so it's actually kind of good. And we do want it to level up. I don't even know what that one does when it levels up. Either more base damage, or like higher maximum damage, or more like just an average 4, which is also great. I usually go for this one over here, and probably will. Attacking the apprehensive, that's great. Alright, I say we go for the Brangil's Bellow. And I'll knock out this one over here, that's fine. That draws me a card. So now we've evoked this one 2 times already. Backpedal. Again. Which I'll use to get rid of this stupid killer thing. And they will do a fast talk. Let's get one of them leveled up here. We're building influence somehow. Let me try to figure out where this influence is coming from. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not doing that influence. It might be... Oh, it's fish. Fish is giving me influence in when we fight in her bar, or negotiate in her bar. I forgot about that, right? Good. Always good to be able to figure out where stuff is coming from. So now I don't think we can trigger the erupt. Oh, we can if we destroy the escalation and play these other 3 hostility cards here. Then we would play the abrupt remark, and that would then trigger the erupt. Can we get away with that? When a hostility card is played, increase stacks by 1 and gain 2 resolve on the escalation here. See, now that is not good for us. But we have a better play. The flash badge. It just straight up removes it. Easy. And then we can do the combo, but then I'm taking damage and I would rather not, so I'm gonna defend. And now I cannot do the full combo with the hostility, which is fine. It's just 2 damage we will get over here. Of course other damages too, but I can get XP on this fast talk instead. And I would have liked to play that bounty hunter by then, but I forgot to count my actions, so it's all good though. We are still winning this hard. And then taking a total of 10 damage down here, so we might want to. We are finishing this turn. Never mind. So we just gotta get some final XP. Get the quick thinking leveled up. Into some vulnerability here. Backpedal. And then fast talk for the XP on that. And then that's it. Good stuff. No damage taken, but stuff gained. This one I want to be easier to evoke. To better enable evoke combo. Bellow. More damage potential is my jam. You know what? I'm not so sure. Being able to do a set damage and know exactly what you're doing with it is probably stronger and an average. I feel like I'm often so disappointed when I low roll, and then this won't allow that. You know what? I'm actually gonna get that one. Here we can destroy the fast talk. Perfect. And we'll get upgraded special cards on this one, and then the negotiation card. Another hostility card shows its face, and we can get some dominance in. That would probably be the right one. Spend 1 dominance to destroy an enemy argument. We already have a hard destroy, and so I'm getting the oppress. This one also relies on destroying, so they both do in effect, but the heavy-handed then is kind of better, which is interesting because we can use the killer gained dominance with that one. Ah man, tricky, I will admit. And this one is destroy all enemy arguments, which is insane if we could pull that off again. Where this one gain 2 dominance or high damage. It's more like a damage card, really. But not really. Okay. You know what? See, the thing is, this one is easier to play. This one's pretty tricky to get played, and so we don't do the hostility combo, evoke combo, if I get this one, not reliably anyway. So then we should get the oppress. Just to have a hostility card that is playable. Just listen here. Look, what have you got to lose? The spree will card you lose sooner or later, and then nobody will protect you. Turn informant and you can get a new start. In the breadfields or lake spit. Heck, maybe even Supplicant City. What is that? An opulent and corrupt city in the far north of Bavaria, ruled by the cult of Hesh. I betcha that that's where, since it's underlined, it means that it's like a specific area that they really thought about. I betcha that's where the third character will be running around then. That's just a hot guess from Keejchen here. You think they'd really let someone like me into the Supplicant City? Sure, if you were cooperative enough. Okay, I'll do it. I've already got enough enemies as it is, but the pay better be good. Sure. Let's just promise her that and move on. Making molehills. Oh, we get intercepted. A mysterious figure approached you. Greetings, Grifter. It's rare I meet a fellow traveler in these parts. Really? I feel like I'm constantly running into people. Then you are fortunate. The isolation has made it difficult to complete my work. I'm a chemist. I've been experimenting with new ingredients, but I've only been able to test them on myself. Would you like to try one and contribute to your own experiences to the data? The syringe shows you a row of vials, the contents bubbling against the glass. This one costs money? Take the swirling purple vial for 62 shills. Well, now I'm intrigued. I've tried the murky green one, I think, and it was a positive one. They probably all are. And then I want to see what this is. I shouldn't, but here we go. That one's interesting. Looks like the sky after a storm. And just as unpredictable. This one has different results each time. But discovery favors the willing, I always say. Well, go on. Drink. Okay. Oh. Gained a battle card. Warp while. What is this? Warping. At the start of your turn, this card changes its effect. And then it's sticky, so you can let it stick in your hand and then use it whenever. That's so awesome, dude. Awesome. I love that. Simon quickly jots down a note after watching your reaction. Thank you for your participation. I hope we meet again soon. A follow-up can only improve upon the data. Sure. Hey, this was safe, right? I'm fairly confident, but of course, only time will truly tell. The mysterious figure leaves as silently as he arrived. After a moment, he disappears from view. Huh. Alright. That was awesome. That was a battle card? Yep. I'm just trying to think of whether or not it combos with something else just for being in our hand. But I suppose, since it's sticky and it just changes every turn, we can just leave it, and then in another turn where I have one extra action that I wouldn't have otherwise spent, we can use it. Or if it turns into something really awesome, then... And I always love random effects, and I'm really curious to explore what this one can do for us. There's a vendor here. When you need the fastest pendulum pusher in the West, you need Uni. Uni nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, it's a start. Buy cards. Shrapnel grenade. Dooming grenade, okay. Applying 2 exposed is actually really powerful. But not spending any money. I want to upgrade bubbles at the end of the day here. And it's gonna cost us 300 shields, so I'm gonna have to save up a little bit. Now, we were there and then I bought that thing, but I don't regret it. So, what brings you back? Tell Ulu about T. You were right. T has agreed to work with you. I did my best to be being the persuasive arm of your will. Oh yeah? I'd like to see you flex. Nice work. I'll be sure to pick something with a little more challenge next time. Wouldn't want you to get bored with me before the auction. Oh, we got paid hefty sum here. Nice. So now we have the money that I needed. And we get a graft. So first blood is a common battle graft. Your first attack each battle deals an extra 4 bleed, and we're already kind of doing bleed, so this might be okay now. Distressor. Vulnerability is twice as effective for and against you. No, sir. Shell. If you are outnumbered, gain 4 defense and 3 counter at the end of every turn. And so, I mean, that's nice if we get outnumbered, but I'm hoping that we keep the pet bubbles for the entire game. That's good though. And we might still be outnumbered even with bubbles on our side, but in a 2v2 we would not get it anymore. And so, first attack each battle deals an extra 4 bleed. This is something that I could override later. I wish I could right-click them here and see what the upgraded ones do. Like this one getting upgraded and then stronger than this seems kind of silly, insane. So I'm hoping we get that, obviously. Bleed. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Bleed is nice. We have Sharpen. And we have the Soul's Daggers, which I'm gonna turn into the one that does more with bleed then. Here, bleed and bleed. Yeah. So we are kind of looking at making a bleed thing, which I could get behind. Discard / bleed. I don't know if that's a good overlap to have. I would prefer to focus on one thing, but I think it's decent. The Sharpen is really good with the discard from the spare blades, so we've already got the sort of overlap combo. And then this plays into it. Except, I'm done with you for the day. But this isn't an exclusive arrangement. If you have other work that needs doing, go for it. How do the other officers feel about you working with a hunter? Oh, they have a few choice words. Some because of their pride, others because maybe they don't want you figuring out what they're up to. We had dirty cops on the derrick too. Getting the upper hand on them was a specialty of mine. Is that right? Guess you needed to be wily to work your debt off as fast as you did. Well, if you see a chance to put that skill to use, I'm all ears. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, nice. Done. Open map. Then we have a limited time opportunity. A friend in trouble. Your friend Pluck is in trouble. You have a chance to save her before it's too late, and that'll make her love me. And over here we get a nano lattice, which is also a great item. Since it's an item that has uses, we would make money off of this one, so that's also kind of interesting. Pluck though, let's see Pluck. Where is Pluck? Up here. She already likes me, so Pluck is here. And we don't know what Pluck does, so we kind of want to find out. Let's go and save her. Here's a challenging quest, but we can do that after. Friend in trouble. A friend in need is a friend indeed. We find Pluck under Ton's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of her life. Or the last day of her life, eh? Save Pluck. You make enough of a racket to draw Ton's attention, and Pluck looks up at you with wide eyes. Saul? This has nothing to do with you, Hunter. Stay out of it. Attack! Yeah, we're gonna attack. You're gonna regret messing with any of mine, pal. Okay, this guy doesn't look too tough. So, first blood. What does it do when it levels up, I wonder? So, let's see here. Booster clamp. This one gives us an action draw 2 cards at the start of your turn. Awesome. And this one down here, 6 bleed. Yeah, I was thinking it was probably just that. Kind of boring, but we could override it later if we really wanted. Alright. We need more discard stuff. But we don't. He's not attacking, so we just want to do damage. He's got. Oh, they can't surrender anymore, so we have to kill him. I'm gonna destroy this Staff of Clarity. Out with it. This staff, and then Sal's daggers for that bleed. Total 6 bleed in the first turn. We have another action, right? So let me just play the Seeker once here. Oh, I could have played the heal. And he's attacking the dog, that is auto-defending. Prototype drone goes out. Stab. And a good old feint. I do not want to spend the Lift the Claw, I think. Because it'll improvise one of these items, and there's nothing here that I would want to play. So, enter. We're gonna take it slow for this one. We're winning this one hard, I think. So we should just try to get some XP and things. So, more while. Heal 8 health? Are you kidding me? Well, we're playing that instantly. I was gonna go and heal by the bar after this, so now we don't have to. That's amazing. And just hit him a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, nothing too hard. Discharge. Okay. Defend. He's hitting the robot. Perfect. Alright. I guess we do promoted dirty fighting first. Oh, power. Then rummage. Ah, we got the spare blades. Perfect. Then I'll play the sharpen. And the defensive surge. And I guess I'll poke him with the blade flash. Then nothing more. Bam. Well, that gave him power for dealing damage. Fair enough. So he got a little stronger. I can level the spare blades by playing the Strange Strike. That'll end it. But that's fine. So we're probably gonna get the Exhausted soon anyway. So I'm not the one killing him here. He's bleeding to death. But I can double down on that and say, hey, he's not dying from this either. And so now it'll be the dog killing him and not me. Wasn't my fault. Admiralty Requisition. Defensive Surge. Increases by 3 for each card played. I think that's a no-brainer. Feint can give us draw a card or 4 defense and heal expend. Oh. That's so good. I gotta get that. And we can continue to do it because it's just an expend, not a destroy. Yeah. Stab gets the destroy. No. Piercing again or discard. More discarding. Jesus. Or apply 1 wound. We are gonna get the wound. That's amazing. And so I'll get the discard here. Pick a battle card. Pick a card in the card. Okay, I mean, Crushing Blow. If not this one, it would be the Overextension over here. Overextension, add an injury card to your discard pile. Cannot be played with an injury in your hand. And then it deals 8 to 10 damage. Which is, of course, great. The Crushing Blow, though, is a lifesaver. Stuns are fantastic. It's gonna take a whole turn to play it, but against the boss, trading a turn for a turn when your allies are still attacking, it's fantastic. It's a lifesaver. And it turns into piercing and expend, or just more damage. Absolutely. It doesn't combo with anything other than staying alive, by the way. Thanks, Saul. You actually saved my skin there. Ton has always hated me. He can't hate anything now. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. Pluck now loves you. Heavy lifting. Oh, that's the one. We kind of knew that because we saw it earlier. But that's great. At the start of each battle, gain 4 defense and 2 terminal power. That's gonna make for a good first turn. Perfect. Alright. And so that's a good way to end the episode, I think. So yeah, see you guys around. See you in the next one. And bye-bye.